so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. While there are many benefits to living a life outside of the city, it can actually be a bit of a challenge, though, accessing some of the necessary health care. And that's one reason why St. Alphonsus created their mobile mammogram program, providing life-saving mammograms to remote communities. So how long has the mobile been around, and when was it started?
We started the mobile program at St. Alphonsus in the 90s with one mammogram bus going around Idaho servicing women in rural communities. And now we have grown to 2 mobile mammogram buses that service over 80 locations between Idaho and Oregon.
And why was it started? What was the purpose of this program?
The whole point was to provide mammograms to women who are in rural areas and who don't have easy access to health care. And we're still servicing that today. We've added it to local areas as well, but really we're able to help women who don't really know that they have access to screening mammograms throughout the year.
Yeah, that they just don't know that they can actually get this type of care, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they might think that it's out of reach, but really it can actually come to them.
Yes.
Which is really super exciting. So, okay, I have to ask, who drives the mobile?
My team and I do.
Okay.
I am one of the drivers. There are 8 of us. We have our CDLs and we drive the buses, and then we go and set up at whichever clinic or location we're at. And we do your mammograms as well. It's a one-stop shop. We're able to do it all.
Okay, my goodness, so you have a CDL
Yeah.
and you're a healthcare provider.
Correct.
That's amazing. Okay, and then you guys, as mentioned, you drive these buses to the mobile bus to the remote areas where, you know, maybe clinics just aren't available to those who really need to have this type of assessment done.
Yeah.
But help us understand, what's the difference between going into a clinic versus going into the mobile mammogram bus?
The cool part about the bus is the only thing that's different is it's a little bit faster.
Oh, really?
You come on the bus, we allow one person on our bus at a time, so it's just you. We're able to focus on you. We register you, and we get you right back. We're able to get your mammogram done, and you're in and out in 20 minutes or less. The technology is the same. We have the 3D technology, which is the gold standard at every one of our locations, as well as both of our mobiles. And we bill your insurance just like you do in the clinic. And just like our clinics, the mobiles offer grants for those who do not have insurance, who financially qualify.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if someone goes to one of these, though, and then there's something that requires a follow-up, or maybe even a biopsy? So what happens then?
So when the patient comes in for a biopsy, they meet the breast care team, which consists of the breast radiologist and the technologist. They're given information about how to take care of their biopsy site and kind of what to expect to happen next. The day after their biopsy, they have a phone call from the nurse navigator who checks in on them to see if they have any questions, see if they need anything, and just to remind them how to take care of their biopsy site. And then the following day, the patient will call the nurse navigator to check to see if their results are available for review.
Okay, and you're using a very specific title here, nurse navigator. So what is a nurse navigator, and why is having one important?
So a nurse navigator is a registered nurse, and they have a deeper understanding of what cancer treatment looks like, and they're able to help the patient from the diagnosis through treatment. So they really can give that care coordination because they have the deeper understanding of what to expect. So patients aren't alone through this.
Oh, that's great. So you're like an additional support.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so obvious here, but we have to talk about the obvious. Why are mammograms so important? Why the effort to offer them to remote locations and to make them mobile so they can go to people who otherwise might not be able to get them done?
Idaho ranks 50th in the nation for getting screening mammograms done.
Wow.
And breast cancer is the 2nd leading cause of death for women in Idaho. So our goal as a hospital system is really to make it so women anywhere can get their mammogram done to hopefully save their lives. Early detection saves lives, and it makes treatment much easier for women. And our buses go throughout Idaho and Oregon, and we have diagnostic centers throughout Idaho and Oregon as well, with nurse navigators at them, so women can get treated in their areas. So that way they don't have to go far from home when they need the help that they need.
Yeah, need the help and have the support that they need with the nurse navigator. And are you with them throughout the entire treatment?
So usually for the first few months after a diagnosis, they have a nurse navigator that's pretty active in their care just to help coordinate care. Once they finish surgery and maybe they go on to medical or radiation oncology, the oncology nurses really surround the patient from there. But we do encourage our patients to call if they have any needs, you know, along the way, even if it's been years later. Sometimes they need something or have questions. So,
wow,
yeah,
that's fantastic support. Okay, so if those watching are curious to know where the next mobile mammogram is going to be, or they're just curious to know more about nurse navigators and the program altogether, where do they go?
They can go to stalphonsus.org, or they can call our central scheduling at 208-367-8787 to schedule your mammogram.
Wonderful. Rachel, Natalie, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.